What's going on, musicians? This is Quaman coming to you with a quick little rundown on the modern marketing musician. And I put some bullet points and areas that I thought that were key to really functioning as a marketing musician, or think about just doing business with music in our modern day and age. Okay, so musician workflow offline. So think, just to give you some context, the internet has been around since '95, and then um, websites like YouTube and Facebook and those type of websites really came about in 2006 onward. So I said that just to give some context. When came up in the 80s through the 90s, of course I was born in 80, but in the 90s I spent a great deal of time offline, of course, practicing. By the time I got to college, um, it was like 99, 2000. And so I finished college in 2004. So by the time I got to grad school in between, well, actually the tail end there, 2006, 2007, that's when I discovered YouTube, and I started posting videos on YouTube, which inspired me 2 years later to do Jazz Webshed in 2009. So, based on the technology and what was going on, even within the music industry, with the change from CDs to digital, like in early 2000s, all of that affected the business. Because before then, my perspective, I was just thinking about really writing music, recording music so that I could perform and or put a CD out, you know. But the game changed in mid 2000s, which shifted everything to where now it's all about recording music or video and then editing it and then publishing it. And when I say publish, I'm talking about on a site, a website of some sort. Okay, so that's the workflow for offline. The whole mindset was to write music, record music, and perform it at a gig or perform it in the studio so you can create a CD. You know, that was the flow, and then we transitioned into the online workflow, which is to record, edit, publish. And I'm thinking about even how everything changed to where now, instead of relying on the record, actually relying on the studio, you can get the software and hardware and record it yourself at the house, both audio productions and video productions. So now that's where we are now in this day and age, 2016. 10 years from when YouTube was started. Um, this is where we are, because YouTube is one of the top search engines for music and anything. YouTube is up there. It's like ranked number 2 or 3 next to Google, and Facebook usually is tied for number 2. It is interchangeable between YouTube and Facebook when it comes to popularity, because everybody's on there. All right, so your media outlet is video or audio. Okay, and your social media tools that you would use, like I mentioned, YouTube, which is primarily the place for sharing videos. Um, and also SoundCloud is used for sharing audio. Now there's some other options, and I should have included it on here. One like Bandcamp, which is another place to share audio. But at the time when I made this, I just was thinking about SoundCloud because it's kind of like YouTube, but for audio. Okay. Um, Now, the most important thing, even you can add more to the social media tools. You can other services are out there like Vimeo as well, and different video sites and also audio sites. But I want to give you the whole principle behind this stuff. Okay, so what you want to do is engage with your audience through using these social media tools. Now we look at Facebook, like I mentioned, it's like the most popular social network out there, and you can interact with a lot of people, and they can engage with your comments by liking and sharing what they think. And that's Facebook. Twitter is only 124 characters or 140 characters that you can share, but it's really quick, bullet pointed things that you can, um, you know, stuff that you can say and comment with to communicate with your audience. Okay, Instagram is a short video that you can post like of it was 15 seconds, I believe. Now they stretched it out to a minute, so you can do that and share pictures and stuff. I like Instagram, so you can do that to engage with your audience. Now, I'm going down here and I use uh, Patreon as the crowdfunding platform because I like this because your audience can support you per creation that you upload or monthly. So it's pretty good. I like it. Um, and so Patreon is an option, and I just listed some things that you want to do in sequence. Set up your profile first. You know, set that up and put your name, pictures, banner, all of your description, who you are and what you're trying to do. That's where you would put your goals. Next, your goals. What are you trying to do with your music, for example, or your productions? If you want to do better productions, let people know what those goals are. If you want to get a new camera or a new saxophone or equipment or something like that, set those goals there, and let your audience know what rewards that you will give them based on their pledge, so they can make different pledges at certain amounts, and you can reward them accordingly. Now, here's the important part to get your page off of the ground, and this is one thing that we will do for each other, like a pledge for pledge. So that means as soon as you get your page up and going and you're ready to start sharing, or before actually you're ready to start sharing, we would support each other. I would make a pledge to you, like $2, $3, and you would make a pledge to my page. And the way that works, or let me show you the reason why that's important. Now I'm gonna show you my page. I don't have many. I just got really started promoting this one, but this is it. And so it'll show you the different pledges. I'm sorry, the different people who are, how many people are making pledges, and then it shows right here the amount. And the thing right here, if you notice, it says estimated income per month after removing fees and declined pledges. Click here for more details. So I can change this. If I were to log in, I can change this and change this to per creation. So if you're posting, um, not that many times, you can use per creation. But if you're posting all the time, you might want to set it to per month, so you won't wear out your people. And they can put a limit on their post if the amount that they're pledging to you, so that they won't go over the amount that they want, their budget, you know. But pledge for pledge is really cool. Then you want to promote it on Facebook, promote it to your list. If you have an email list, you want to promote your Patreon to them. Every time you put a video up, at the end, you can encourage people to go to Patreon to support you. Now, here's the most important thing about all of this stuff. You know, of course, it's a lot to learn with all of this stuff. I've been doing it really since 2007 or so, posting videos and, on lessons and performances and stuff like that. And the best way to build your audience is here's the flow rather. You want to create, you want to edit, you want to publish. And you want to do that consistently, every week. If you can, create something, edit it, and publish it, because that's going to keep your people engaged, and that'll get people to go through the different phases where they'll get to know you through your posts, whether you're on YouTube and people are enjoying your videos through there, or you're on Facebook, or you're on Twitter or Instagram, wherever you're at. You want to get people to know you, and then learn to like you. And then lastly, you want them to trust you. And once they go through these three phases and they're at the trust level, then you can create products and services for your target audience, because those people love you and they want to hear from you. Okay, so that's good enough for now, because there is some more after target audience. Once you have those people who are at that point where they trust you, we want to create an email list and communicate with those people directly, or get their contact information so that you can talk with those people directly, and that can better help you to create your products and services. But I'm not going to cover that in this particular video. But I wanted to hear your feedback on this, and let me know when we can hook up and do our conference call to go over some of this stuff. But love to hear your feedback. All right, peace.